South African consumers are having it hard as they continue to tighten their belts amid the high cost of living. The consumer inflation has accelerated to 7.8% in July, a 13-year high, up from the already high 7.4% in June, driven mainly by the fuel and food prices.
We are going to starve. Within 2 years, we're going to have nothing. Ask yourself the simple thing like petrol. It's 25, whatever goes 50. How do we get to work? How do we run an economy?
The prices have gone really high, so we can't really afford most of the things, even the essential items. Like you have to be careful how you buy your things, and you have to be careful how you spend your things even at home, because everything has gone really high.
The meat prices are incredibly unaffordable for the moment. So you can no longer have a steak like you used to have. Even your boerewors, even your mincemeat, even all the meats that were used to buying it and putting it on the table is no longer affordable. So you cut down maybe from 5 times a week meat, you cut down to 2 times a week meat.
Although many have scaled down on discretionary food items, others have had to carefully monitor their consumption patterns in order for their groceries to stretch a little further.
Every guy is out there looking for a special, and that's probably how the SPAR tries to bring people in, is that they have certain items that they discount the prices so that you can afford to buy those, and eventually you buy more of them. So certainly take advantage of specials, and I guess you eat out less often. It's getting too expensive to go and eat out, so people probably eat more at home, and they're probably having less meat. So maybe I'm very lucky to still be eating fillet steak. Guys, I can hardly afford to buy chuck meat, which is obviously the people at the lower end of the spectrum are always going to suffer more with inflation.
Retailers have also been in the receiving end of a sluggish economic activity, resulting in fewer customers and lower sales volumes.
What I've observed is that customers now are choosing on what to buy. They don't just buy, they buy essentials only. Because I think the change of the economy has affected them a lot. Because right now, most customers that we have are customers that only come here when they know that I have a certain product that I want. They don't just come and buy chocolate or whatever. Yes, there are people that do buy chocolate because they want chocolate at that moment. But they don't just buy for the fun of it. They buy things that are, like I said, essential things that they know that they will need in their house.
Agri-SA's chief economist Kulani Siweya says many consumers have been struggling to put food on the table.
The increase that we've seen on food prices has been just as a result of retailers adding on to their prices in order for them to recoup for the higher fuel prices that we've seen, or the fuel costs that they've had to endure in the last couple of months. And yes, definitely it doesn't bode well for the consumers themselves. And if this situation does play out a bit, it will definitely be a bit of a strenuous one for the consumers.
As inflation continues to rise across the world, here at home, economists have cautioned consumers to continue spending responsibly. Katlego Legodi, SABC News, Johannesburg.